my name is Neesterhere, and welcome to another tier list. So today, I'm here with something a bit different. First of all, I just want to say, if you saw the video and you clicked on it, thank you, appreciate that. I recently just got done damn near 100%ing Spider-Man 2 for PS5. I don't know what to do with my life anymore, and I cannot get the entire thought of those games out of my damn head, and I need to talk about them a little bit. Not only would I say that the Spider-Man Insomniac games are the best superhero things of all time, but specifically those two games just do such an amazing job at just carrying the entire superhero genre on video games. And one thing that it completely fucking aces are the villains in Spider-Man. I don't understand why, but Insomniac's version of the villains are literally the best you can get. Like, I do not think you could have a better Kingpin, better Shocker, Rhino, Prowler, Craven, Venom. It's so good. So we got 5 tiers here. We got Ultimate, Spectacular, Amazing, Friendly Neighborhood, and Villain of the Week. See what I did there? I thought that'd be kind of cute if I did that. Yeah, let's go! Alright, Kingpin, baby. So, Kingpin, mob boss man himself, big fucking honker of a man. The first villain that you encounter in the entire franchise. I would honestly say that he's pretty damn decent. I don't think that he does really anything bad. I wouldn't put him as, like, good. He's just kind of chill. You know what I mean? He's just kind of a chill guy. He's a nice little, like, tutorial kind of boss, you know, not too bad. He is super cool, though, so, like, I'm not gonna give him anything bad in the slightest, but I wouldn't say that he's, like, good or stand out really in any way. But I would probably say that he's maybe spectacular. Yeah. The Shocker. Okay, here's the thing. Out of all of the, like, D-list Spider-Man villains, I don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, I loved Shocker. And I think the reason why is because in his, like, PS2 level, I was obsessed with the Shocker mission for some reason. Like, I would literally go back and just replay just the Shocker fight, and I don't know why. And so that kind of built up my love for Shocker. So when he was in Spider-Man 4, I damn near came. I'd say he's pretty decent. The suit is on point. You literally couldn't make Shocker better, but, I mean, Shocker doesn't really do anything, really, in terms of, you know, anything. He's kind of just, like, a weaker Electro. But in my personal bias, I'd probably just give him, like, he's mid, you know, he is a villain of the week. He really is, like, the definition of it, but I just really like Shocker. I don't know why. Honestly, you know what? I'll give him Friendly Neighborhood. I'll do that. I'll do that. Martin Lee, I have not heard of this man before the Insomniac games. I don't know if he actually is even a thing. I don't know if Insomniac made their own villain with Mr. Negative or if he always was a thing, but Homeboy is fucking ultimate, especially, holy shit, after you play 2. He is so damn good. Also, spoilers for pretty much this entire franchise. I forgot to say that. Martin Lee pretty much was the main villain of the first one. Like, it really did flop back and forth between him and Doc Ock. Like, he really did just become, like, the main Spider-Man villain, and then he moved on to Miles, and now he was practically Miles' main antagonist for a very long time. He's kind of a cuck. But at the end of the day, though, I just think he's kind of cool. He's pretty badass and memorable as fuck, and he just has an overall huge-ass impact. So, yeah, kind of have to put him in Ultimate. Sable, I don't give a damn shit about Sable. Also, I don't even remember her, like, literally at all. I don't remember her fucking in the slightest. Villain of the week. She's literally just a Karen. Rhino. This is, no shit. The Rhino in Insomniac is probably the best Rhino you could ever have. Making him a giant dude in a giant tank of armor. That's probably the best Rhino you're gonna get. But in total honesty with you, man, I don't really care for Rhino. I don't really think he's, like, the coolest guy in the world. Like, he really is just fine. I mean, he's just strong man who is strong. I like Shocker way more than Rhino, especially in Insomniac as well, because at least Shocker has some kind of character to him. Honestly, I'm gonna move Shocker to Amazing, but yeah, Rhino's gonna stay in Friendly Neighborhood. Okay, this next part is gonna be superly massive controversial, but Electro, Vulture, and Scorpion. I'm gonna rank these 3 guys together because I feel like they all pretty much go hand in hand. And that is just simply the fact that they're all really, really fucking good, but none of them really stand out in any way. Like, honest to God, they feel like they're just fodder for the Sinister Six. Like, they just feel like they're just dudes taking up slots. Oh, it's an iconic guy, so therefore he's the best. I don't know. I don't really see that. Scorpion, I would definitely say, is, like, the least of the 3, because, like, Electro is, like, a taunting bitch, and he's really cool. I also love the voice of Vulture and just the actual character of Vulture I love. Scorpion, I'm not really a fan of compared to, like, of the 3 of them, but I think I'm gonna put Electro and Vulture in Spectacular, and then I'm gonna move Scorpion in Amazing, because I think that would honestly be a good spot for him. I would say that Vulture is the best, though, of the Spectaculars. Yeah, I could dig this list. Doc Ock, not even a question, S tier, also better than Martin Lee. Oh my god, man, Doc Ock. First of all, he's voiced by the guy who plays Rigby in regular show. That alone is just, I couldn't put him anywhere else, even if his character did suck.
I won't let you win. This means too much to me. You motherfucker!
But he pretty much is the main antagonist of Spider-Man 1. Like, he really is, like, the main villain. Out of all the villains on here, he's pretty much probably one of the only ones where you really do spend, like, all the time with, you spend all the sympathy towards. He's just a cool dude. You see him literally lose his mind. He pretty much pulls an Anakin Skywalker. You genuinely watch the guy lose his mind as the game goes on. It's honestly heartbreaking.
I don't see anything wrong with necrophilia.
Because he goes from just a good, genuine friend of Peter's to mortal enemy over the course of a very long time. Like, it wasn't rushed in the slightest. I absolutely love Doc Ock, and I fucking screamed when I saw him in the post-credits for Spider-Man 2. I love Doc Ock. He's too good. Tombstone, bro. Tombstone gets saved because of Spider-Man 2, dude. I don't remember what he's from. Is he from Spider-Man 1 or is he from Miles? I really don't remember, but yeah, Tombstone, he's really cool in Spider-Man 2, but in the first one, he fucking blows. In Spider-Man 1, he's villain of the week, or at least friendly neighborhood, because he literally is just Rhino again. He's just a big hulking dude that you need to stealth across. That's all he is. But in Spider-Man 2, they gave him a character. They gave him heart. He's trying to redeem himself. He's trying to just be a regular citizen, and honest to God, I think that makes him even better. I still wouldn't say he's like the coolest dude on the planet, but I would definitely put him in amazing. Taskmaster, he's just one of the guys. Same with Screwball, honestly. I'm gonna do both at once. Guys pretty much are just there as side quest givers. That's kind of all they are. Taskmaster is really freaking cool. Like, he's badass as shit. But the only negative, though, that I do have with Taskmaster is that I remember a lot of his lines were cringy as shit. Like, he's like the only one on this list who didn't feel like a real person and just felt like a dude playing a character. Does that make any kind of sense? Like, you look at Craven, right, and he's just a genuine fucking lunatic. You look at, like, Vulture and Electro, and they're like, you know, they're obviously, like, playing themselves up a bit, but they still feel like a real guy given a shitload of powers. Taskmaster just feels like a dude playing a character. Like, that doesn't feel like Taskmaster, that feels like an actor playing him. So, honestly, I'm not really the world's biggest fan of him. Just gotta be honest with you. Screwball as well, same exact fucking thing. They are literally identical in what, like, they do. It's just Screwball is at least more memorable and fun. Maybe, like, the top of Friendly Neighborhood. Craven, the main man. Oh my shit. Until Spider-Man 2, I have never known anything about Craven. I just knew that he was a villain, and that was it. I knew shit else. I remember hearing a long time ago that he was actually going to be the main antagonist of Spider-Man No Way Home, but then they canned him in replace of the, like, multiverse kind of plot, which I'm very happy that they did, but holy shit, dude, if we can get a Craven this good in something, I would cry. But I'd be putting money that's not gonna fucking happen, because I remember hearing, I don't remember if it was fake or not, I hope to God it's fake, but Sony said that they were actually making a standalone Craven the Hunter movie, and in it, he's a vegan, or is like vegetarian or some shit. Probably the most brain dead ass backwards fucking decision I've ever heard in my life. But if they can make Craven in a movie and have him as good as he is in Spider-Man Insomniac, dude, I would have a fucking field day. And to be honest with you, man, out of everybody on this list, this might be controversial, but I think Craven is actually my favorite of everybody on here. I don't know why. I don't think it's a recency bias, but I just absolutely adore the vibe that he gives off. Just the thinking of himself as, like, the ultimate predator, and, like, death itself is not even worthy enough to take him. Like, it's like, oh my God. Like, man said that, like, he's not being killed unless he dies roaring. And it's just like, dude, you are the coolest motherfucker I've ever seen. So fucking hate how quickly he just gets topped off in Spider-Man 2. That's probably the only negative with that, is how quickly Craven just got replaced with Venom. And, oh man, dude, I loved him so much. Every single time he was on screen, I was smiling and shitting the entire time. Craven is probably the best on this list, man. Black Cat, my God, you ever seen someone so damn fine? I really like Black Cat a lot for some reason, and I don't know why, because she doesn't really have that much of a character behind her at all besides slut. But I just really enjoy her. Like, I really do. Every single second that she's on screen, she's just so cool and sly and slick. Like, I just fucking love her, dude. We're gonna put her in Spectacular. After looking at this, though, I am gonna move Electro down to Amazing. I don't know why. I don't know. These three right here are way cooler to me than Electro is. Hammerhead, I don't even remember this guy. I had to fucking ask my buddy what his name even was, because I don't even remember him in the slightest. Villain of the week. The Tinkerer, the main villain of Miles Morales. Yeah, I think she's cool. I don't remember a whole lot about her. She's kind of forgettable. To be fair, though, I've only played Miles once, so I don't know. I don't remember thinking that she was bad by any means, so, like, she's definitely not, like, a friendly neighborhood or, like, a villain of the week, but I just don't really think she did too much to stand out. I don't know. Is she worthy of Amazing, or is she friendly neighborhood? I really don't know. Because it's like, she's worse than everybody in Amazing, but she's better than everybody in friendly neighborhood, so it's like, I feel kind of wrong either way you go. Here's what we're gonna do. No. Here's what we're gonna do. I am an idiot for doing this. We're gonna put Tinkerer in Amazing just because she is, like, the main villain of Miles Morales, for the game at least. We're gonna keep her there, but we are gonna move Tombstone down to friendly neighborhood. I can dig that, yeah. This guy as well, this guy's not even a villain, he's just an asshole. Like, he's like the bad guy from Iron Man 3. He's just a dick. I don't even remember his fucking name. I know it's just Simon something, villain of the week. Fuck you. Prowler, this man is the tits! Dude, I love Prowler, man. Insomniac's Prowler is so damn cool, bro. In Miles Morales, he was badass. And in Spider-Man 2, he's just a super nice, chill guy, similar to Tombstone, who's just trying to make a life better for himself, and he's genuinely honest with that. He's just so fucking fun, man. I just love Prowler so much. Anytime that I see Prowler in something, it just makes me happy. Honest to God, bro, Ultimate, let's go. Sandman. Okay, I don't really know about Insomniac's Sandman, because I think he is really, really cool. I love the character, but I don't know. This version of it is probably one of the only ones of, like, the OGs that I think that they didn't really do justice. Like, when you're fighting him and shit, yeah, it's super cool, but the actual Flint Marko side of him, it's just like, okay, I don't know. I don't know if it's a bias or not, but I just don't think that you can get a better Flint Marko than the official, like, Sony movie one. I just don't think you can. He is dope as hell, though, so we are gonna give him Spectacular. Venom! All right, lads, now we get to the part where the pitchforks comes out. I have had this opinion for my entire life, and I don't know if anyone has known this. I have always thought that Venom, as a character, as a villain, is just cool. I have never understood, like, the super hype of Venom. Like, he is probably the coolest of all of them, right? He looks sick. His design alone is probably the best, honestly, out of everybody. But just the character alone practically doesn't exist. Like, he's pretty much just, he's like a cool Rhino. He's just a mindless fucking monster who doesn't know shit but to kill and smash shit. In the Venom movie, he's kind of cool because, like, they give him, like, a personality and shit, but in Insomniac, he's just like, yeah, I want to hurt people because reasons, and I'm evil and bad. Like I said, he's still super cool, but he's just not, like, an ultimate villain, like what I would say. Also, I feel like he kind of was really shittily handled in Spider-Man 2. That's another one of, like, the only negatives that I have with it. Pretty much just Venom. Because, like, you had Craven, who was set up to be, like, the final boss. He is the main villain. And then Venom comes through, takes out Craven in, like, half a second, and then now you're just stuck with him. And it's just like, I don't know, it just left a sour feeling after that. Venom alone was even, like, the face of the fucking marketing and shit. And it just seemed like he just was thrown in last second as, like, a plot twist. Oh, you thought Craven was the villain? Nah, bro, it's fucking Venom. Did you think about that? I bet you didn't. Like, he's a cool guy and all, but it's just, I would honestly put him at the same tier as, like, Sandman or, like, Kingpin. I think he's just, I think he's badass, but that's really it. I love Vulture as well, but I'm going to move him down, actually, now that I, like, look at him and realize it. Lizard! Okay, Lizard. I don't really have a good history with Lizard because, like, I have never went against him in a video game before until this one. And also the only movie that I've seen with him in it, I think is the worst of all the Spider-Mans. I think that Amazing Spider-Man 1 is worse than 2. That's my opinion, but I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of Lizard, just period. I wouldn't say that he's bad by any means or good. He's just really bare bones. Once again, similar to Venom and Rhino, he's just mindless killing machine, and I just don't think that there's much character there to talk about. Also, not to piss any Spider-Man fans off, but he is literally just a ripoff of the Hulk. Just straight up, you have a scientist who, when something goes slightly awry, he turns into a big green mindless monster and starts smashing shit. I wonder if Bruce Banner and Dr. Connors are very similar. But because of Dr. Connors, though, like, that whole side of him, he is definitely better than everybody in Amazing. So I'm gonna give him Spectacular, but just know that he is the lowest on Spectacular that you can go. Why is her picture so damn small compared to everybody else? Okay, that's fine. So this is Mary Jane after she gets hit by the symbiote, and I think her name is Scream or Shriek or something like that. I think that she is freaking sweet. I don't know where she would really go. Honestly, I wouldn't even count her as one of the villains. I think she's just, like, a foil, I guess. She's just like a temporary problem that Spider-Man needs to like defeat. Like literally the second she's introduced, there's a boss fight and then she's beaten. And it's just like, it's cool. It's sick. I love the conversations that they have with fighting. But it's just like, when you compare it to everybody else, man, like, can't really say shit. But I will say I do remember her more than Taskmaster and Rhino, so I'll put it right there. Mysterio, oh my god, man, this fucking guy pisses me off. I want to love Mysterio so bad, but everybody who does it fucks it. I don't understand why nobody can write a good Mysterio, in my opinion. Like, you had Spider-Man Far From Home that took one of the coolest ideas for a villain, Mysterio, one of the best, and they turned him into just a soy boy little prissy bitch whose entire motivation is that fucking Iron Man called him barf, or called like one of his inventions barf. Makes no sense. Like, he's literally like a crybaby cuck. But then you have Mysterio in the Insomniac Spider-Man, and he is just a dude. Like, he's just a guy who runs carnival rides. Like, yeah, he's still sick in the head, he's still a villain and shit like that, but it's just like, I didn't really give a damn shit about him. Like, it really did just seem like, while everybody on this list is like a villain, an antagonist, someone Spider-Man really needs to watch the hell out for, Mysterio didn't feel like one of those guys. He feel like he wanted to be one of those guys, and he just fucked the whole thing up. I love the Mysterio character, but in Insomniac, I don't know. He just really just seemed like another boss fight to do. He's just another side quest similar to Taskmaster and Screwball. I'll give him the top of Friendly Neighborhood, but I don't know. I wish he was like up here somewhere, but in Insomniac's version, he's probably just right there. Wraith, I don't know as well, you know. I didn't really care for Wraith all that much. It's Yuri from the first game, you know, former cop turned douchebag, but same thing with Tinkerer. Like, I don't really give a shit. I don't know, I think she's just fine. Put her right next to Screwball. And then Carnage. Now, this one's weird to put in this list. Dude, having Carnage in this list doesn't feel right. That'd be like if you had Norman Osborn in this. I don't know if this counts. You know what I mean? Well, technically no, because he does do bad shit in Spider-Man 2. So, Carnage, the Flame, as he is known throughout the entire game, is pretty much just sequel bait. That's kind of all he is. He's just a dickhead in this. He's a cult leader, but his little story ends off pretty much guaranteeing that Carnage will be featured in Spider-Man 3 as one of the big bads, which I'm guessing after that, he's gonna go way the hell up, because I think Carnage is way cooler than Venom. But as it stands though, I don't really care about Carnage in the fucking slightest, especially in this, because in this version only, in Spider-Man 2 alone, he's a fucking loser. Like, he really is just a cult leader that has nothing to him at all. He's just kind of an annoyance, because while you're sitting here dealing with the hunters and then later the symbiotes, it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, there's those cult guys as well that are causing mischief. Like, they just come off as just inconvenience more than anything. I know damn well that in Spider-Man 3, they're gonna make Carnage one of the coolest bastards of all time, but as of the way it stands now, dude, he's probably villain of the week or like Friendly Neighborhood, because like he doesn't do anything. He's just an asshole. I'll put him next to Rhino for now, but I know damn well that 1-3 comes out, he's gonna go way the hell up. After looking at this list, I think that it's good. Like, I think that this is good to go. I will give Mysterio the benefit of the doubt though, because I will admit that he is cool as shit. Just the powers that he has, it's just the character I don't really give a shit about. So, honestly, I'm gonna move him up quite a bit. I think that, like, it's so hard to rank him, because it's like Quentin Beck is a dickhead, but Mysterio is dope. It's really hard. Like, he's obviously cooler than everybody on Amazing, but it's like the character, though, is kind of a loser. Well, to be fair, no one on Amazing really has a character to them, besides Tinkerer. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move Mysterio to the top of Amazing. I'm gonna move Tinker as well right below it. There you go, because at least these two guys got characters, while these three are just like, bad guy. All right, my boys, so I'm ending off right here. So this has been my Insomniac Spider-Man villain tier list. What did you think? Did you think it was all complete horseshit, or was I right on the money? I'm ending off right there. So if you enjoyed this kind of content, then the buttons are down there. You know what to do, and have a good one. So goodbye. See ya!